What Kim Kardashian has said about her Paris robbery. In October 2016, the world watched in shock and disbelief as news broke of a terrifying armed robbery involving one of the most famous women in the world, Kim Kardashian. The robbery took place during Paris Fashion Week, when Kim was staying in a luxury hotel apartment in the heart of Paris. The traumatic event not only made headlines worldwide but deeply affected Kardashian personally, shaping her perspective on fame, safety, and life itself. Nearly a decade later, in May 2025, Kim Kardashian stepped into a Paris courtroom to give testimony about the harrowing ordeal she endured. Her testimony provided a rare and deeply emotional insight into the trauma she faced and the lasting impact it has had on her life. The night of the robbery. Kim's testimony began with a detailed recounting of the night the robbery occurred. She described how, during the late hours of the evening, masked men armed with weapons broke into her private residence. At gunpoint, they forced their way inside, overpowering her security team and eventually gaining access to her apartment. Kim was alone at the time, making the situation even more vulnerable. Bound, gagged, and terrified, Kim described how she was held captive for approximately 45 minutes. During this time, the robbers stole millions of dollars worth of jewelry, including some pieces that held deep personal significance to her. She vividly recalled the sounds of footsteps and the feeling of helplessness, describing a fear so intense that she genuinely thought she might die. "I absolutely did think I was going to die," Kim stated in court, recalling the moment with raw honesty. The attackers were cold and precise, and the ordeal left her shaken to the core. The emotional aftermath. Kim didn't shy away from discussing the emotional toll the robbery took on her. She spoke about the lingering trauma that followed, how everyday sounds like footsteps on a staircase could trigger panic attacks and flashbacks. The psychological scars were deep, affecting not only her sense of safety but also her ability to live freely. 4 years following the incident, Kim grappled with anxiety and fear, feeling vulnerable in her own life despite her fame and fortune. She admitted that the robbery made her reevaluate how she approached her personal security and how she shared aspects of her life with the public. Forgiveness amidst trauma. In a striking moment during her testimony, Kim expressed a willingness to forgive one of the men accused in the robbery. She specifically mentioned Robbery Kardashian, who had sent her a letter of apology from jail. While acknowledging the sincerity of his remorse, she made it clear that forgiveness did not erase the trauma or the lasting impact of the event on her life. "I forgive you," Kim said directly to the accused in the courtroom, a statement that reflected her strength and her desire for healing beyond anger or bitterness. This act of forgiveness was met with mixed reactions but underscored Kim's approach to overcoming pain, by acknowledging it while seeking peace. Life changes after the robbery. The robbery fundamentally changed how Kim Kardashian lived her life. One of the most immediate changes was an increased focus on security. She hired multiple security personnel to protect her and her family, a necessity she acknowledged with a sense of somber acceptance. The experience also made her more cautious about what she shares on social media, understanding the dangers that come with public exposure. Kim's ordeal also propelled her toward a different kind of activism. Already engaged in studying law, the robbery reinforced her commitment to criminal justice reform. She has since used her platform to advocate for issues like rehabilitation and fair treatment within the justice system, motivated by her own experiences with crime and victimhood. Public reactions and media coverage. The public response to Kim Kardashian's testimony was vast and varied. Fans expressed sympathy and support for her courage in facing her attackers and sharing her story so openly. The media revisited the robbery multiple times, analyzing its implications not just for Kardashian, but for celebrity culture at large. Experts commented on the vulnerability that comes with fame, noting how social media can sometimes put public figures at risk by revealing too much about their personal lives and whereabouts. Kim's experience became a cautionary tale about the balance between privacy and public life in the digital age. Reflection on fame and safety. Through her testimony, Kim also reflected on the complex nature of fame. While it brought her immense opportunities and influence, it also brought dangers she had never fully considered. The robbery was a stark reminder that wealth and celebrity do not guarantee safety. Her words conveyed a broader message about the need for awareness and protection for public figures, especially women. She highlighted the importance of security and vigilance, encouraging others in the public eye to take necessary precautions. The trial and justice. The trial of the accused men involved in the robbery was a significant moment in French legal circles. Kim's detailed testimony was pivotal, providing first-hand accounts that helped prosecutors build their case. The court proceedings brought renewed attention to the incident, reminding the world of the human cost behind the headlines. The legal process was long and emotionally taxing for Kim, but she faced it with determination. Her willingness to testify publicly was seen as an act of bravery, setting an example for other victims of violent crime. Moving forward. Despite the trauma and fear she endured, Kim Kardashian has demonstrated remarkable resilience. Her journey from victim to advocate shows a powerful evolution fueled by strength and purpose. She continues to prioritize her family's safety and uses her voice to address larger societal issues. In interviews following the trial, Kim emphasized that while the robbery changed her life, it does not define her. She expressed gratitude for the support she received and stressed the importance of forgiveness and healing. Conclusion. Kim Kardashian's testimony about her Paris robbery reveals not just the terrifying details of a high-profile crime, but also the human emotions and consequences that follow such an experience. Her story is one of vulnerability, trauma, forgiveness, and ultimately empowerment. By sharing her ordeal, Kim has helped shine a light on the challenges faced by public figures and victims of violent crime, advocating for justice and safety in an increasingly exposed world. Her courage in facing her attackers and speaking openly about her pain serves as an inspiring example of strength and resilience in the face of adversity.